Ronnie O'Sullivan is snooker's superstar. Fast, brilliant, and sometimes unpredictable. But not everyone gets along with the Rocket. Over the years, a few players have clashed with him, sparking tension both on and off the table. Who are these rivals, and what caused the friction? Let's dive into 5 players who clearly didn't see eye to eye with Ronnie. Shaun Murphy. Shaun Murphy and Ronnie O'Sullivan have had a tense rivalry that snooker fans can't forget. Murphy is known for his careful, steady play, while O'Sullivan is fast, flashy, and sometimes unpredictable. Their different styles and personalities have led to some memorable clashes, both on and off the table. One big incident happened at the 2011 World Open. In that match, O'Sullivan refused to pot the final black. Murphy didn't like it at all, and publicly criticised O'Sullivan, saying it was disrespectful to the game. The comment made headlines and added fuel to their rivalry. Murphy said, "It's all about Ronnie O'Sullivan." O'Sullivan responded with a statement saying he just didn't see eye to eye with Murphy. It was clear they had very different views on the game. Ronnie said, "Of course there is always a big build-up. It is a bit of a circus. But you've got to go through that rubbish when you play our snooker celebrity." Then Murphy said, "It is not about favourites or where you are ranked, but airing your dirty linen in public isn't good for anyone. We're all trying to promote the game, and the last thing we want is a public slanging match between Ronnie and the chairman of World Snooker." Their matches also show the competitive side of their rivalry. Ali Carter. Ali Carter and Ronnie O'Sullivan have one of snooker's more intense rivalries. Carter is a steady, determined player, often called the captain, while O'Sullivan is fast, unpredictable, and always confident. Their different styles and strong personalities have led to several tense moments over the years, making their matches highly charged. A key incident happened at the 2018 World Championship. During a match, the two players had a shoulder bump, a small but telling clash that made headlines. It was a sign of frustration and tension bubbling over, showing that their rivalry was more than just normal competition. Fans immediately noticed the sparks flying between them. The tension didn't stop there. After the 2024 Masters final, Carter accused O'Sullivan of unsportsmanlike behaviour. O'Sullivan fired back with a heated response, making the clash even more public. Their disagreements have gone beyond the table, with media and fans keeping close watch on every comment and gesture. Ronnie said, "I think he's got more of a problem with me than I have with him. He's got something against me. Maybe it's because I've got a massive trophy cabinet full of trophies." Then Carter accused Ronnie of disgusting behaviour, saying, "No one wants to say anything, do they? Snotting all over the floor and all that. I mean, it's outrageous behaviour from a top professional. If it gets swept under the carpet, then for me, it's not good. Did we have any words of exchange? No. I've got no words for him at all." Then Ronnie gave a heated interview after the match. For him to come out and try to trash talk me like that, do you know what? He can have one of them. He can sit on it as far as I'm concerned. I don't give an F. He's got issues. Effing why has he got issues with me? I'm not having it. I don't care. Grow some balls. I don't give an F. The more he brings it on, the more I effing punish him every time.
I mean, listen, Ali had his chances yesterday, and on another day he would have taken them and maybe been 6-3 up. So, you know, I was fortunate in that respect. Again, today Ali had a couple of chances, but didn't quite take them. I queued a lot better than I did yesterday, you know.
On the competitive side, O'Sullivan has largely dominated Carter. Their head-to-head record stands at a staggering 23-3 in O'Sullivan's favour. This dominance likely adds to the tension, as Carter's frustrations sometimes boil over when facing a player who has consistently bested him. The rivalry between Carter and O'Sullivan seems fuelled as much by competition as by personality clashes. Alain Robidoux. Alain Robidoux's clash with Ronnie O'Sullivan is one of snooker's more talked-about moments, even if it was mostly a one-time incident. The tension came during the 1996 World Championship, when O'Sullivan pulled off a move that many considered flashy and to some a little disrespectful. In that match, O'Sullivan played a shot left-handed, something unusual and daring. While it showed his incredible skill and confidence, Robidoux didn't take it well.
If he wants to do something like that, he's got to do it in the exhibition, not in a match, a professional match. You know, when you do an exhibition, you're allowed to do that, but when you're playing a professional match, you shouldn't do that.
He saw it as a sign of disrespect, feeling that O'Sullivan was showing off rather than focusing on the game. After the match, Robidoux refused to shake O'Sullivan's hand, making the moment memorable for fans and the media. This incident quickly became famous because it highlighted O'Sullivan's sometimes unpredictable behaviour on the table. But it's important to note that this clash appears to have been isolated. There's no strong evidence that Robidoux and O'Sullivan had an ongoing rivalry beyond that match. Unlike other players who have had repeated clashes with O'Sullivan, Robidoux's frustration seems tied to that single event. The 1996 clash with Robidoux remains a memorable snooker moment. O'Sullivan's left-handed play showed brilliance but sparked tension, leaving fans with a story of skill, drama and controversy that still gets remembered today. Mark Selby. Mark Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan have one of the most fascinating dynamics in snooker. On the one hand, they respect each other's talent and even share moments of friendship off the table. On the other hand, their matches often turn into mental battles filled with tension and frustration. The mix of personal warmth and professional rivalry makes their story stand out. O'Sullivan once gave Selby the nickname the Torturer, and it stuck. Selby's playing style is known for being slow, methodical, and mentally draining for opponents. He takes his time, focuses deeply, and grinds out frames. For a fast, free-flowing player like O'Sullivan, this style can feel suffocating. It's a clash of pace and psychology, fast versus slow, instinct versus patience. The biggest highlight of their rivalry came in the 2014 World Championship final. Selby defeated O'Sullivan 18-14, a victory that cemented his reputation as one of snooker's toughest competitors. For O'Sullivan, the loss was painful, especially because he had been in strong form throughout the tournament. That final is still remembered as a turning point, showing how Selby's style can outlast even the brilliance of the Rocket. Despite the on-table friction, their relationship off the table is much lighter. Both players have spoken about respecting one another, and they've even shown moments of genuine friendship. Yet, when the match begins, all of that disappears, and the rivalry takes centre stage. The O'Sullivan-Selby dynamic is a perfect example of how snooker rivalries go beyond talent. It's about styles, personalities, and mental strength. Fans know that whenever these two meet, it won't just be about scoring points. It will be about endurance, strategy, and the fascinating clash of two very different approaches to the game. Stuart Bingham. Stuart Bingham's history with Ronnie O'Sullivan is less about personal dislike and more about sharp competitive tension. The key moment that stands out came during the 2014 UK Championship, where the two met in a dramatic clash. In that match, Bingham took an early 4-1 lead and looked on course to score a huge win. But O'Sullivan, as he often does, stormed back with a ruthless comeback. He turned the match around, winning 6-4 in front of an excited crowd. What grabbed attention was O'Sullivan's dismissive attitude afterward. He downplayed Bingham's performance and gave the impression that he'd never really felt threatened. This created a sense of disdain that fans picked up on. Bingham, a determined and hard-working player, has always prided himself on competing at the highest level, and O'Sullivan's comments felt undermining. Still, the tension between them seemed to come more from O'Sullivan's competitive edge than from any personal animosity. Unlike some of O'Sullivan's other rivalries, there hasn't been much evidence of ongoing conflict with Bingham. Their relationship appears professional, with no major clashes beyond that 2014 encounter. Instead, the drama of that match lives on as an example of how O'Sullivan's brilliance and his bluntness can sometimes frustrate opponents. In the bigger picture, the O'Sullivan-Bingham story is a snapshot of one high-stakes battle where confidence, talent, and a touch of arrogance created a moment of tension fans still remember. Ronnie O'Sullivan's rivalries prove that even the greatest spark tension along the way. From fiery clashes to unforgettable moments, the Rocket's story is never dull. Which rivalry shocked you most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more snooker breakdowns.